The first time I saw the boy, I thought I was imagining things. He stood at the edge of the woods behind the house, just standing there, watching. I blinked, and he was gone. Maybe just a trick of the light, maybe I was just tired. But as the days passed, he kept appearing, always at the edge of the trees, always staring. I was staying at my uncle's house for the summer, helping out while he was recovering from surgery. He lived alone in a quiet town, in an old house that creaked at night. At first, it seemed peaceful, but after I saw that boy, I started to feel uneasy. One afternoon, I walked to the woods, determined to prove to myself that there was nothing there. As I stepped among the trees, the air felt colder, the sunlight dimmer. I found a clearing, and in the center of it, there was a small wooden cross sticking out of the ground. Something told me to turn back, but before I could move, I heard rustling behind me. I spun around, but no one was there, just the trees swaying in the breeze. And yet, I felt something, a presence. I hurried back to the house, trying to shake off the unease. That night, I locked my bedroom door. If you're enjoying the story so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We bring you terrifying tales that will keep you up at night. Now, let's continue. That night, I woke up to a soft scraping noise. It was coming from the window. My heart pounded as I turned to look. At first, I saw nothing, just the darkness outside. But then, there, fingers tapping against the glass, slowly, deliberately. And beyond them, the boy's pale face, his hollow eyes staring straight at me. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Then the window creaked as it slid open. On its own, a gust of cold air rushed in. I bolted out of bed and ran to the door, fumbling with the lock, my hands shaking. When I finally got it open, I sprinted down the hall to my uncle's room. I banged on the door. He groggily opened it, annoyed. "What is it?" I turned back toward my room, expecting to see the boy standing there. But there was nothing, just the empty hallway. I tried to explain, but my uncle just sighed. "You're just having bad dreams. Happens to everyone in this house." He gave me a look I couldn't quite read before he shut his door again. I barely slept after that. The next day, I went outside to check the ground beneath my window. The grass was flattened as if someone had been standing there all night. That was enough. I told my uncle I wanted to leave early. He barely reacted, just muttered something about how no one ever stays long. That sent a chill down my spine. That night, as I packed my things, I heard something slip under my door. A piece of paper. I hesitated before picking it up. It was old, yellowed, and it had 3 words scrawled across it. "Don't go tonight." My stomach turned. I ran to my uncle's room, but the door was open, the bed empty. The house was silent. I was alone, or so I thought. I heard the floor creak behind me. I turned slowly. There, at the end of the hall, was the boy. But now I could see him clearly. His skin was gray, his lips cracked, his hollow eyes fixed on me. He took a step forward, and another, and then he opened his mouth. A scream tore through the house. I don't know if it was his or mine, but suddenly, the lights flickered, and every door in the house slammed shut at once. The boy lunged forward. I don't remember what happened next. I woke up the next morning in my bed, as if nothing had happened. My bags were packed. My uncle was in the kitchen, sipping his coffee. "You should go," was all he said. I didn't argue. As I walked to my car, I glanced back at the house one last time. The boy was standing in the window, watching me leave. I never went back, and I never, ever travel alone anymore. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more terrifying tales. You never know what's lurking just beyond the shadows.